Now, Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has concluded talks with the French President in Paris. It was the last stop on his tour of several EU member states ahead of a crucial leaders' summit in Brussels on Friday. Emmanuel Macron greeted Sánchez at the Élysée Palace, and the two discussed how to find common ground on the bloc's €750 billion coronavirus rescue package. Well, earlier today, Pedro Sánchez was in Sweden meeting Prime Minister Stefan Löfven. The two countries are on either side of the divide over how the fund is spent. Sweden, as part of the so-called frugal four, wants the money given as loans, while Spain, along with Italy, France and Germany, would rather see the funds delivered as grants. Well, for more on this story, let's speak now to our international correspondent Annalise Borges, who joins us from Paris. Annalise, good to see you there. Well, it's been quite the shuttle diplomacy from Pedro Sánchez. Have he and Emmanuel Macron done enough, do you think, to convince the sort of members of the Frugal Four to back this deal?
Hi there, Tokes. Well, they certainly hope so. During this meeting, however, today at the Élysée Palace, there wasn't much Emmanuel Macron and Pedro Sánchez had to discuss or to debate. Why? Because both leaders agree on the importance of this rescue, this fund, and on how the money should be granted. It was actually France, alongside Germany, that started advocating for a recovery fund in the first place to help, especially those countries that had been the hardest hit by the coronavirus pandemic, an idea that actually granted countries such as Spain and also Italy the prospect of a relatively rapid recovery. Both Emmanuel Macron and Pedro Sánchez have been advocating for more European solidarity for some time now, and both agree that time is of the essence. They do hope they can reach an agreement this weekend. Why? Because, as Pedro Sánchez has been putting throughout the last few days, if a deal is not reached, well, things could get significantly worse.
Annalise, this comes as the French government has unveiled some details of its own recovery package. €100 billion is going to be rolled out on Friday. Tell us, where is this money going to go?
Yes, indeed. Well, that money is supposed to, and I quote, cover all major economic sectors and in all French territories. That is according to Jean Castex, who spoke at length this afternoon about that €100 billion package. He talked about investing first and foremost in French people, in the women and men in this country, through unemployment benefits, through that special system of unemployment benefits that France has developed. He spoke about the importance of granting those people work. That will cost the French state some €30 billion this year and another €8 billion next year. Then there's another €40 billion that Jean Castex promised to invest on industry here in France. He talked about the sector as a weakened sector, a sector that is too dependent on external partners. He spoke about the environment as well, reinforcing that that is definitely a priority for this new government that Emmanuel Macron has in place. €20 billion in investment for green energies, but also for the development and the renewing of certain buildings across the country. But you might be asking, Tokes, where is all this money going to come from? Well, Jean Castex has said that the answer is not going to be austerity. He spoke at length about this being an investment in the country, an investment that is this time around backed by Europe. So we go back to where we started this conversation, the importance of a deal being reached this weekend among European countries, because that will also have an impact on this new government here in France and its ability to put in place these new policies that Jean Castex was talking about today.
A high-stakes game there indeed. Annalise Borges, our international correspondent, reporting for us live from Paris. Thank you.